been so long, really too long. I figured out it'd been 7 months, so a 7-month hiatus. I'm so excited to be here after that long away from each other. We're kicking off our first proper speaker event of 2021. So how is everyone doing? Did you fill out the poll? There is a poll. If you're watching on YouTube, you can post in the chat. The question was, for realsies, like authentic answers only, how have you been doing? We truly want to know. So the answer choices are A, you've been feeling ripples of joy and hope, hopefully. B, you've been feeling waves of depression and anxiety. Or C, a roller coaster of both. So let's see how we're feeling. Just pop it into the poll. And are we broadcasting the results? We are. Okay, so if you chose joy and hope, I love that for you. I'm so glad that the pandemic has been kind to you, or that you found your way to the other side of struggle. And that is 36% of you. So that's just so great. If you chose waves of depression and anxiety, you're certainly not alone. There was 0 people who said that, but maybe you didn't respond and you're still feeling that way. And that's okay. So if you're feeling like you could use some help with that, we have a great local network of mental health care providers that are available to you, and we're dropping that info into the chat. And if you chose a roller coaster of both, well, I'm right there with you. I'm hoping that today will uplift us all and be a little wave of togetherness and inspiration that sends us rippling into a great weekend. So in case you haven't heard it yet today, I love you, and I think you're great. So we are jumping back in with a full lineup today. So if we could put the lineup slide up. Oh, I love that. I'm so grateful for everyone who is here to co-create this event. We have some mingling. Please be chatting in the Zoom chat or the YouTube chat. We're going to do a few breakout rooms if you're in the Zoom room. We have music by Day Christian. We have a speaker from Culture Books, Lorielle Hollaway. We have a Q&A with Raynell from Pretty Brown Space. And we're going to get an inside scoop with Tamaya from Black on the Scene about Read About It, plus a story time to send us into the rest of our Friday with Ava and Nadia. So buckle up, it's going to be great. So if this is your first time joining us, hello! We are the Tampa Bay chapter of Creative Mornings. We're an international breakfast event series with more than 220 chapters around the world. People be starting chapters during a pandemic. I don't know how, but they're doing it. We have been hosting free community events in person and online now for over 4 years, and lots of people have been attending these events for a very long time. So hello to all of you, our longtime friends. Thank you for sticking with us, even after we took the longest summer break. So now that our events have been restricted to a digital space, we are relying heavily on one of our many wonderful partners. I would like to give a special shout out to Roundhouse Creative. They are our founding video production partner, and they have been supporting this chapter since the very beginning, no matter what we throw at them, today included. They always come through for us. So if that sounds like your kind of people, I have great news for you. They have a super dope office studio in the Grand Central District in downtown St. Pete, and they have office space available for rent right now. We're dropping a link to check it out in the chat, and I can tell you from personal experience that they are very great office mates, so definitely check that out. Okay, and I'm telling you I love you, but some of you are probably like, who is she? Hello, I'm Tara. I'm the host. I'm part of the Sunshine Squad. So Sunshine Squad, it's a wonderful team of volunteers and partners who donate their time, talent, and resources to putting these free events together every month. So if you'd like to be a part of this team, we have some sick dance moves, even though you can't see them right now. We love to have you, so email or DM us, let's chat. We've got lots of opportunities, and we're a very fun team. I'm biased, but I think we're great. So usually when we have these events, there's a lot of mingling and some inevitable silliness going on. So here to try to recreate that for us in the digital space are 2 members of the Sunshine Squad. Please welcome Andrea and Noelle.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
So, jumping back in, as Tara said, March's theme is Ripple, and you'll get to see some awesome dance moves still. Are we gonna have the slide going? Because I wanted to show the illustration. Our Tel Aviv chapter chose this month's exploration of Ripple, and Marcia Menopov illustrated this beautiful design here.
It's so pretty. I love the mermaid and the sharks. I have the shark tattoo. When we started researching Ripple, I looked up the definition, and the second definition is ice cream, specifically ice cream that has a ribbon of flavor going through it. So we're going to just get chatting. Drop in the chat your favorite type of ice cream, extra points if it has a ribbon of flavor. The other day I had cookies and peanut butter, and it was Oreo ice cream with peanut butter ribbon of flavor. I'd like to do this when I think of the ribbon of flavor. I don't know. Ooh, moose tracks. Yes. Heavenly hash. I don't know what that is, but it sounds definitely heavenly.
I think my favorite is just like basic strawberry, but strawberry with like the chunks of real strawberry in it.
Yes, I love strawberry and a strawberry milkshake too.
Oh, yes.
Ooh, golden caramel swirl sap. I have to try that. From Trader Joe's, my most favorite place.
Well, when I started thinking about Ripple, it made me just think of like all the beautiful water that we have surrounding us in Tampa Bay. So tell us in the chat whether you prefer rivers, lakes, or bays for Tampa Bay.
Extra points for local rivers or lakes, also known as the rivers and lakes you're used to. Like the
Land O'Lakes, Lakeland.
I saw a video today that in Winter Park you can rent glass bottom kayaks and like go through all these little trails, water trails. Is that what they're called? I guess.
Oh my goodness.
We went to, what was that, Manatee River last year. That was fun. We're getting rivers, lakes. I see a lot of rivers.
Well, what about the beach or the pool? Which one would you rather lay out by? And then drop some emojis in the chat. Here, I'll join you.
I don't like to go in the sun because I want to be a vampire. So it's a neither for me. It's to stay inside and do embroidery. Not related to Ripple at all.
Not at all. Well, take your embroidery out by the pool.
Yeah.
Under the umbrella.
Sunset Beach. I feel like Florida's a beach place.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so also for Ripple, I was thinking like movement. And here comes our opportunity for our dance moves. I'm going to ask you all to do some interpretive dance in the theme of Ripple.
I thought about this for a long time.
Great job. That's my mom. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Or like, whoa. Now that we're moving, we're going to move you into some breakout rooms. And this is like our digital coffee line. So you can chat with, it'll just be like one or two people, introduce yourself, tell them what kind of coffee you like. And you could also, if you have time, it'll just be a few minutes. Maybe talk about a book you read recently, since we're here with Cultured Books. Or you could just like practice that Ripple dance some more. Like, is this something? I don't know. That's good. Are we laughing? I see smiles. It's good. It's good. We're getting the cobwebs out. First one back.
Blood flowing.
So yeah, we're ready. Breakout rooms. Go if you want to. So go, basically.
Yeah, I thought a long and hard time about what that dance should be.
I really wanted to be better at this than I was. This is like not coming out all cool. Like
yeah. I don't know, even if you practice, if there was a way to make that cool.
Oh, okay. Then I was like, is this something like, whoa?
That's actually pretty good. I kept trying to think of like a drop in the water, then like what is that like effect?
The undulation of that.
Yeah, I don't know. I like it though. I like it.
This is fun. We're having fun.
Yeah.
Did you say you've been doing some cooking?
Okay, listen. On Sunday, I made, this is gonna sound like so uncultured, but I made my first risotto.
Ooh, no,
Yeah.
that's amazing. That's hard to do.
It's hard. So I looked up the recipe. I think I used like a combination of a whole bunch of like different ones, which didn't serve me very well in the long run. But I think the main one I used was from the New York Times. Love them.
Same.
And
Oh, I think I
so,
saw it in the newsletter last week. I don't. Okay, keep going.
maybe. But anyways, I was like, this won't be hard. Like it's like 25 minutes. You just gotta keep stirring it. Like that's the hardest part. That's what everyone keeps talking about. And it's like, no, you need to pay attention to
Oh
it.
yeah, you have to. It's a
Constantly
constant attention.
stir the
We're talking
whole
about risotto. Welcome back, everyone.
made my first
Hello,
one.
welcome back. Thank you both so much. Cheers to being awkward on the internet together. Maybe you weren't awkward. I definitely was in my breakout room. The people here can attest to that. So we'd love to get a photo of everyone together. So if you have a mug or any other beverage container, grab it, toast your screen, and then hold that smile for a second. Ready, go. Perfect. I love all of you for doing that. Thank you so much. So if you're sharing your experience today on social media, let's get that social media slide up. I feel like all of you already follow us, but if you don't, please do. It's the best way to keep tabs on us and our events, and whether we're taking a 7-month hiatus or if we'll be back next month. And if you're sharing anything today, which I think that you should, you can tag us at CM_St. Pete. We love to see how you experienced our events and the things that were special to you. So it has been way too long since we welcomed a live musician to our stage, and I am beyond grateful to introduce one today. Day Christian is a singer-songwriter, multi-instrumentalist who experiments with a fusion of jazz, R&B, funk, and soul music. So here to set the official tone of the day, please welcome Day Christian.
Check. Am I on? Hey everyone. I'm not supposed to look at the camera, I just broke the rules. But hi. Hope everyone's having a beautiful morning. I am going to sing a couple songs for you guys. And the first one is extremely emotional, so I'm sorry if it pulls on your heartstrings, because it is. But it's a good one. It's one of my favorite songs, actually, by Stevie Wonder. It's called Love's in Need of Love Today. I thought it would be really fitting. Listen, the force of evil plans to make you its possession, and it will if we let it destroy everybody. We all must take precautionary measures. If love and peace you treasure, then you'll hear me when I say it's that love's in need of love today. Don't delay, send yours in right away. Hate is going round a good one. And it's just so relevant to, it's crazy how it's such an old song, but it's still so relevant to today because we're still going through the same motions and it's time to heal that. This next song is actually an original song, and I wrote it when I was feeling a lot like the Karate Kid. But I was also feeling like I had this inner Mr. Miyagi that I was like disobeying and like not waxing on and waxing off in the right way. So yeah, I wrote the song about that. Oh, Mr. Miyagi, I'm a little foggy. I had forgotten all of the things you taught me, Mr. Miyagi. My heart is throbbing. I gave it to somebody who didn't love me, Mr. Miyagi. I'm really sorry. It wasn't the world, yes, it was all me, Mr. Miyagi. I'm evolving, so involve me and I will solve me. Tell me and I'll forget, yeah. Show me and I'll remember. Ooh. Involve me and then I'll get it, and then I'll know forever that Mr. Miyagi, I'm evolving, so involve me and I will solve me, Mr. Miyagi. I'm evolving, so involve me and I will solve me, Mr. Miyagi, Mr. Miyagi, Mr. Miyagi, Mr. Miyagi, Mr. Miyagi. I'm evolving, so involve me and I will solve me, Mr. Miyagi. I'm evolving, so involve me, involve me, and I will solve me, yeah. Ooh. Oh, and I will solve me. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Creative Mornings, for having me. Peace and blessings to everybody.
Whew. That was really, really great. I knew it was going to be great, but I was still way more impressed. Thank you so much for being here. If that performance made y'all feel something, please consider leaving Day a tip. If you can throw her slide back up so they can get that info. And definitely follow her to hear more and be alerted of her performance dates, which are kicking back up, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yes, awesome. Glad to hear it. Thank you again. Thank you. Our speaker today is entrepreneur and St. Pete native Lorielle Hollaway. She is the founder of Cultured Books Literacy Foundation and the owner and head book pusher at Cultured Books, this lovely multicultural children's pop-up bookstore where we are now, which Ade said was giving Tiny Desk vibes earlier, which I definitely agree with. This is such a cute backdrop. So today she joins us to talk about all things literacy and explore how the ripple effect helps build community. Please welcome Lorielle Hollaway.
I got this. Let's go. Oh, is it live? Oh, hello. hello. Hey, everyone. Oh, it's so nice to see all of your faces. Hey, I am Lorielle J. Hollaway, and thank you for joining me today. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful, beautiful Friday morning for my Creative Mornings talk. So I am Lorielle J. Hollaway. I am the owner of Cultured Books, a multicultural children's bookstore located on historic 22nd Street in South St. Petersburg. I am also the founder of Cultured Books Literacy Foundation, which nurtures a literacy lifestyle through literacy-based and cultural experiences. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about how Cultured Books started, all with a few ripples. So picture it, the day is July 13th, 2013. Do any of you remember that date or what happened in our country that day? Well, this was the day that the verdict came back and found George Zimmerman not guilty on all charges pertaining to the murder of Trayvon Martin. It was this day that I realized something was not right. No, I was in the jury box. No, I was not. Don't know all the facts, but I felt that injustice was made. And that lit a spark in me to do something, to do anything. So, Ripple 1. Fast forward a few years, and I'm in anthropology class. So for the little ones, anthropology is the study of societies and cultures. So in anthropology, our professor, Rebecca Todd, she really encouraged us, if we wanted to know about a culture, a society, a subgroup, we really need to immerse ourselves within this culture. I really wanted to know what the heck was going on in our country at the time. There was lots of killings of unarmed Black people, and it seemed like nothing was really being done to prevent it. So I took my girls and we went to city council meetings, we went to community talks, we also went to a couple protests, but still I felt that I wasn't doing enough. I wasn't doing really much anything. So that is Ripple 2. Then fast forward a little bit and I was on this like wave of listening to Bob Marley, and like I just love his music, and one of his songs, Redemption Song, really spoke to me. And one of the lyrics, it went a little like this. I'm not going to sing it, but I'm going to say it. The lyric, it was, emancipate yourself from mental slavery, none but ourselves can free our minds. And what that said spoke to me is that and this quote was loosely quoted from the Pan-Africanist Marcus Garvey. So what that really kind of spoke to me is that I can do something about, white supremacy and like this inferiority complex that is like embedded in this culture. So with that, so we had the tools to rid ourselves of this complex. So Black and brown people, we can, and we will be the stars of our story. We are no longer the token, the afterthought, the sidekick. Those ripples led to Cultured Books. So Cultured Books was born out of protest and resistance. It was born to promote positive stories about Black people and people of color. Our belief is that the first time that you learn or read about Black people should not be during enslavement or the civil rights era. And also, the first time you learn about people of Jewish faith should not begin and end with the Holocaust. So our stories aren't just rooted in struggle. We are so complex. We have so many gifts, so many talents. And when media can push this certain narrative of marginalized groups or just people who are not white or Christian, it can be really negative. So those ripples really encouraged me to be a ripple too. So we believe that with each story, we have a ripple effect, and it happens, and it can nurture empathy. It can nurture compassion. It can also instill joy and pride in self, and also love. So with those ripples, we created Cultured Books Multicultural Children's Bookstore, and now our nonprofit Cultured Books Literacy Foundation. And through our nonprofit, we're able to allow youth to purchase books with a book report. During COVID, it was really wonky on our community purchasing books just because, things were shut down, jobs were lost, and we still wanted to have that value of and keep that integrity of buying. We have buying power, and our book reports that we accept as for payment are not just a handwritten note or a typed 300-word essay. It can be a creation. So we have book reports, some behind us over there. Some came from poems and some came from books, but it's just children letting us know what they read, how they felt about it, and then they get to submit it in as payment for a new book. So yeah, that is Cultured Books in our foundation. We have so many other programs where we want to just instill that self-love. We also want to promote just positive stories and experiences for our young readers. So thank you so much today. Thank you so much for listening to me today, and definitely check out Cultured Books. You can find us at culturedbooks.org.
Thank you so much, Lorielle. So while she gets ready for Q&A, I wanted to let you know about a few of the programs that she mentioned. So Culture Books has a few things going on this weekend. Tonight and every Friday, they do something called SLC. It's Skate Literacy Community. And so from 5 to 7 at Campbell's Skate Park, they do like coloring that intersects with literacy and skating. So if reading, art, and skating is your jam, you should definitely show up tonight from 5 to 7. And then also tomorrow, Saturday mornings from 10 to 11 on Deuce's Corner, they do BLC, which is Breakfast Literacy Community. And that's where kids can come and create those book reports that Lorielle was talking about. So I'm going to, and if you'd like to support some of the programming, we are doing an art supply drive. And we're going to do it for a couple more weeks. So any new or good condition art supplies that you have, you can drop them off to Black Crow in the Grand Central District. And the slide, there's just kind of like a long list of the things that they need. So I know there's a lot of artists on the call. So if you have art supplies that you're not using, if you want to pick up a few, you have a good like Michael's coupon, grab some of those, drop them off at Black Crow, get a snack and a coffee while you're there. And we thank you for that. So we're going to open the floor to questions. You can ask Lorielle a question in one of two ways. You can either use the Zoom controls to raise your hand and we'll call on you and like highlight you and you can ask it live. So that'll be exciting. We've never done that before. Or you can do it the way we used to do it on Slido. So one more slide forward. If you go to sli.do and type in the event code SPRipple, it's Spripple. And if you say it like that when you type it in, it makes it better. Spripple. Anyway, so you can ask your question there. You can also upvote other people's questions to the top of the list, and we'll just ask from the top down. That way we get the most burning questions in front of Lorielle. So moderating our Q&A today is Raynell Tillman, the founder of Pretty Brown Space. And Raynell, I'm going to give them a few minutes to get set up here. And then we'll do Q&A. So get your questions into Slido. And raise your hand if you want to ask one live.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Raynell, founder of Pretty Brown Space, a soon-to-be co-working space and wellness sanctuary located here in St. Pete. First off, before I talk too much, let me say thank y'all for being here. Y'all could have been anywhere else in the world, another Zoom call or at work.
Maybe you are at work.
Right. Maybe you are. So we have one question already by one moment. Saf. Hopefully I'm saying it right. I don't want to be a name butcher. So, question is, Lorielle, what was your favorite book as a kid?
Oh, my favorite book as a kid. I loved any and everything Ezra Jack Keats, but my one in particular is Peter's Chair by Ezra Jack Keats. The story goes a little bit about an older brother. His parents are preparing for the arrival of his baby sister. So I see myself in that book because I am the second born of my parents and I was the baby sister to my older brother. So I love that book. It's my brother's book and I still have it today.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to know, what's your favorite book as an adult?
What's my favorite book as an adult? I don't do any that much reading as an adult, even as a bookseller, so much books. But I think my favorite book as an adult right now, just because I've read it recently and I've read it over and over, is Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds. We have rerun book club at we run book club with Nomad Art Bus at JDC in Pinellas County, and that book is like just amazing. I can read it over and over. It just has so many conversations that inspire from it. So, Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds.
We did it, Saf. Okay, next one. Anonymous.
Okay.
How large of a ripple do you dream of culture books having in American society? That's part one.
Oh, that's a lot. American society, I want us to have, I'm really focused on here right now, 22nd Street, and having a ripple effect in the Pinellas County school system. So we have researchers on staff. We have the amazing soon-to-be Dr. Ray Grace. She's studying for her PhD, but she is studying like just literacy, she's studying just like literacy experiences and things of that nature. And we're just really excited to just be in a position to do that, especially coming from a lens of just from the community. It's no one going outside looking in, but we're immersing ourselves within our community and seeing how we can change and have better, do better for the students here in Pinellas County.
All right.
We have a live question.
Oh,
Yeah,
live
let's do
question.
it. Where is it?
Hi, Shannon.
Hey, Shannon.
How you guys doing? So I have a niece. She is gonna be 2.
Oh, wait a minute, because I can't hear you. Just a second.
You're good. Can
You
you
can
hear
go,
me?
Shannon.
Can you guys hear me now? Yes. Yeah? All right. Cool. So I have a niece. She's going to be 2, and she already has a massive book collection, but I want to get her more books that will actually continue to help open up her mind for the future. So what books would you recommend or that you think have the biggest impact on having that kind of mindset?
What books do I recommend? I mean, there's so many. One of my favorite books is this right now. And even though it is a picture book, What Color Is My World? The Lost History of African American Inventors by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And the reason I love this, yes, it's a lot of text, but it's almost like a book that you can do a lot of discovery with. There's a storyline to it, and even though she's 2, like there's little, you can just focus on 1 or 2 little passages and then do inventions yourself. So not only are you reading about something, but you're experiencing something as well, so it connects to what she's reading, and I think that would be a great book. But really, like any and all picture books, sometimes you can start with Own Voices books. And Own Voices books, they are books that are written and or illustrated from the people that have the background, like a shared background. So if it is like an indigenous read, then it's written or illustrated by a person of that background. So I think that's always a great place to start too.
Yeah, let's do it. So next question. Oh, why is it doing that? Have you seen literacy affect the child in the long term, and what was the ripple effect?
Have I seen literacy affect the child in the long term? Me.
Hey.
The ripple effect would be like my parents, like I didn't know at the time, but my parents, they really like had lots of books with positive representation about Black people and Black families. Like there's this publisher, Just Us Books, and they're a husband and wife Black publishing company that publishes children's books. And we had lots of those books growing up, even though they're limited in like quantity. So I've always like seen positive representation for myself. So I think the lasting effect as far as literacy goes, if children are giving books that are positive in nature, positive of themselves, positive of others, it can, broaden their worldviews. And then also it can instill pride of self and love into people who have, generally negative stereotypes against them in the media. So, and that can make you want to read and read more and learn more. And you learn more, you read more, you do more. So, yeah.
Hey.
Yes, in a way. We have some PTA organizations reach out to us, to Cultured Books, and they let us know, like, we have a lot of white kids. We want to get them diverse books. So they will just recommend lists for their teachers, which is really nice. They have purchased books for their teachers to have in their classroom and have classroom sets. So that is just one small way that we've been working with individual schools and classrooms. On a little bit bigger scale, we have been partnered with collaborations with Thrive by Five and ELC, which is what is this? Which is a Thrive by Five is from 0 to 5. So they're in daycare centers and home daycares, and they purchase like an abundance of like diverse books to give out to children for their classrooms and have classroom sets. So there isn't anything on the large scale right now, but there are individual PTAs that recognize that there's a need for to shake up the curriculum. We're also on a task force with Pinellas County Schools that is rewriting the curriculum right now. So that is something that we're excited for. It's spearheaded by Hillary Van Dyke.
Oh, cool. So, fun question. Mm-hmm. One has to stay, one has to go. Paperback or audiobook?
Oh, this is easy. Paperback. I say paperback because you still got hardcover. And then audiobooks. I love audiobooks. Like, I grew up listening to Prairie Home Companion. So that was a radio show that was basically like a story narrative thing. So yeah, I love listening to books, and that is a form of reading. So if you cannot see or you don't want to read the text or the pictures, like, you can still read with audiobooks. So yeah, I would definitely say bye to paperback.
Bye, y'all. Alrighty. So next question by Andrew Epperson. Mm-hmm. What do you need from Matthew Epperson?
Okay.
What do you need from your St. Pete community to grow your great work?
Oh my goodness. So thank you for that. So what I need from my community, I need so much. So one of the ways that you can definitely help is that if you're interested in joining our board, we have Cultured Books Literacy Foundation. We are accepting nominations, and you can self-nominate to be a part of our board, and that will help us really bring the nonprofit to life. The nonprofit does all the programming for the bookstore, from Read About It, our web series, to our SOS podcast, and then also just all of the programming, SLC, BLC. So helping us like navigate this nonprofit work, but bringing no cost literacy and literacy based in cultural experiences to the community is one thing that I just want to keep going. So definitely community, if you would like to help volunteer, join the board, you can find an application if you're on Instagram, you can find it in the link in our bio, or on culturedbooks.org. Thank you for that question.
It was a good one. So we have another one. Sav wants to know, what were you doing before opening Cultured Books?
What was I doing before opening Cultured Books? I was at the health department. I was a breastfeeding peer counselor. I helped Black women successfully breastfeed. So even that was like a ripple effect, like, because in our society, like in our culture, our maternal health rates are not great at all, and life expectancy, breastfeeding, everything. So breastfeeding can do so much and can help so much for women. So even planting the seed of like giving women the, like, just encouraging them that, wow, you did a great job the first time, that planting that seed can have a ripple effect for generations, because then that mother may be a grandmother who encourages her, children. So.
Yes. Any more questions, Ron?
I have a fun question. Oh,
yes.
Yes. Do you like the smell of books? Are you obsessed with the smell of certain books, or is it just me?
No, the smell of books are really great. Yes. Sade's question was, am I obsessed with the smell of books? Books smell so good. No, and it's like when you have like new inventory in with the smell. Also, like, I know it might be weird because we touch it a lot and it's COVID, but library books smell good too. Like, it's a nostalgia type of feel. So much that I'm not weird. People put this into candles. They have candle scents like this.
Really?
Yeah, they do.
You just changed my
Yeah. Yeah. So
Okay.
you're not alone.
So another question is, what inspires you right now?
What inspires me right now? The future. The future inspires me right now. I see Cultured Books having a location on historic 22nd Street permanently, being a literary haven for all families to come and feel welcomed and just kick back, relax, read books, listen to some awesome music by Sade, and, just have great literacy experiences, because I feel like if we can create those positive experiences, we can help children want to read instead of being forced to have to read. So that is that inspires me. Also the kids of St. Pete, they're so dope. So yeah, I just want to do right by them.
Yay, we love it. Okay, I have more questions. So we want to know what your self-care looks like.
Yeah, self-care looks like, and I'm sorry if this offends you, but turning off my phone. Like, I know that I try to I do have a schedule to get to my emails, but in my contacts, but just spending an hour or two with my girls, just doing nothing. Like, nothing we have to do, like whether it's catching the sunrise at the beach, or just walking, or just sometimes just eating in the car and just in the parking lot, just being, is really nice. So that's kind of like my self-care, because we're always on the go.
I love it.
Yeah.
So another question is, of course, it seems like in St. Pete, new businesses are popping up every other week, every 45 minutes. Mm-hmm. So what do you want to see done in the St. Pete community for Black and Brown businesses?
I would love for us to have some type of hub or incubator where all of the parcels on South St. Pete is given to the community, or they have first dibs on it. Yes, there's a such thing as RFPs where people can send their proposals and then say this is what we would like to do with that land, but we don't all have the resources to hire an architect, to draft plans, to submit, to do all these things. So I wish there was some type of, we have the greenhouse, which is excellent, but I wish there was some type of thing so we can have some generational wealth within the Black community, so that even though this gentrification is pushing more further, because WADA is the deuces, but it's pushing further and further to the south side, St. Pete, and I just would hate for it to become like a Harlem.
Yeah. So another tidbit to that is, so we taking them back to school. So on an equity level, you go from A to F. A's are good. What grade would you give equity right now in St. Pete?
Equity right now? I don't like grades, so
okay, no grade.
But I think there's always work to be done, and I do love that we do have people in positions of power that invite people to the table. Like one community, led by Jitsi Gallardo, and the Deuces, led by the amazing Beatrice Farrow. They really bring people to the table. Even the Woodson, led by Terry Lipsy Scott. Like I love that there's community there, and they like if you're an entrepreneur doing anything, just do it. Yes, you can do all the planning in the world, but just execute, because the people in positions of power, they see you working, and there might be an opportunity for you, and they can just push you or elevate you a little bit more.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any more questions?
No.
Okay.
Oh, well, I would just like to leave with a quote. Like, it's my favorite quote. I meant to leave it with my speech, but it's something that keeps me going when I just feel like so stressed out, is this quote by Edward Hale. It is, "I am only one, but still I am one. I cannot do everything, but still I can do something. And because I cannot do everything, I will not refuse to do the something that I can do." So. Yeah, I love that quote. Just, yeah. Oh, yes. Read About It series. We have some amazing people from the series here. Nadia Neva and Tamaya and Ryan Seawold. But the Read About It series just connects books to life and experiences in Tampa Bay. It is a series that we would like to have shown to all children. So having it on a public platform, whether it be WEDU or something accessible for kids to watch. And it's the hosts are two Black kids just experiencing Tampa Bay. So we love it. And for those who are participating, we'll figure it out. But I would love for you to see our pilot episode. So I'll drop a link, not in the chat, but maybe in the email so you can view it. Yeah, we're really excited for that.
Welcome everyone, I'm Tamaya Mon Kennedy, producer of Read About It and owner of Black on the Scene, the multimedia production company behind Read About It. So for those of you who don't know, Read About It is a culture books web series about children's books and how they connect to experiences around the Tampa Bay area. Last fall, we filmed a pilot episode called Read About Art, where hosts Ava and Nadia got to explore Black representation in art spaces throughout St. Pete. They traveled to the Museum of Fine Arts and visited artists like Yalla Ford and Nick Davis. Being able to create Read About It is such a huge deal for Black on the Scene because we're able to share those positive stories that ultimately make a difference. And here at Black on the Scene, we really take pride in the fact that we guarantee a space for Black creatives. Whether you're in front of the camera or behind the scenes, there's always room for you here. With that being said, Black on the Scene is currently hiring, so if you're interested in joining our team, please reach out to us on social media as well as email. Right now, we're currently in pre-production for Read About It Season 1. However, in order to make that happen, we do need your support. So here's a little sneak peek at our crowdfunding campaign. Take a look.
Wouldn't it be a power move to buy the block back?
Checkmate. Wouldn't it be cool to predict the forecast?
And that's some Florida weather. Wouldn't it be cool to dive into history?
Going under. Wouldn't it be interesting to see how ramen is made?
Now that sounds good. Wouldn't it be dope to learn about Black cowboys?
Yeah! Wouldn't it be dope to see how far she can go?
And we can take it even farther. Wouldn't it be fun to learn how to salsa?
Homegirl, play Sailor Cruise. Wouldn't it be lit to lay a track? Let's go!
Now that's fire. Wouldn't it be interesting to see the stars?
3, 2, 1!
It would, right?
So help us make Read About It.
A show about two Black kids exploring Tampa Bay with books.
See you soon!
Thanks for watching. We really hope you enjoyed. If you want to stay updated, follow us on social media on our Read About It pages as well as Black on the Scene. Bye guys.
Thank you so much. So what did we say? Grab your kiddos, get your dogs, refill your beverages, get your kitty cats, and we're going to tuck in, have a little story time here. Also, in the spirit of BLC, where we create things based on what we're reading, we encourage you to create something while you listen to this story. Maybe it's a doodle, maybe it's a masterpiece sculpture, whatever you're feeling like. Create it and tag us if you want to share it when you're done. And with that, I will hand it over to Ava and Nadia.
What is an American name? What happens when we invite everyone to celebrate their name?
The name jar encourages us to adopt an attitude, celebrating differences and embracing positive self-talk. The Name Jar by Ying Sok Choi. Throughout the school bus window, Yoonhae looked out at the strange buildings and houses on the way to her new school. It was her first day, and she was both nervous and excited. She fingered the little block of wood in her pocket, and she remembered leaving her grandma at the airport in Korea. Her grandma had whipped away Yoonhae's tears. Ooh, okay. Whipped away Yoonhae's tears and handed her an ink pad and a small red stain and patch. Your name is inside, she had said. My name, Yoonhae had wondered again. She took out the red pouch to look at the wooden block with her name carved in it. As she ran her fingers along the grooves and wriggles of the Korean characters, she pictured her grandmother's smile. Is that thing for show and tell? A little boy asked Yoonhae, surprising her. Yoonhae looked up as more kids leaned over. No, it's mine, Yoonhae answered, quickly putting the pouch back in her pocket. Are you new here? What's your name? A girl asked. Yoonhae, said Yoonhae. Yoonhae? The girl asked, scrunched up her face. Yoonhae? Some kids chanted. No, Yoonhae corrected. It's spelled Unhei. It's pronounced Yoonhae. Oh, Yoonhae, the boy said. Like you, hey. What about hey you? Just then the bus pulled up to the school and the doors opened. Yoonhae hurried to get off. Hey, bye-bye, the kids yelled as she left. Yoonhae felt herself blush. Yoonhae Eunhae stood in the doorway of her new noisy classroom. She was relieved that the kids on the bus had gone to other rooms, but her face still felt red. "Aren't you going in?" asked curly-haired boy with lots of dots on his face. You're the new girl, right?" he asked cheerfully. Eunhae nodded, and before she could walk away, the boy took her hand and pulled her through the door. Here's the new girl," he announced so loudly that the teacher, Mr. Cocotus, almost dropped his glasses. Mr. Cocotus thanked him and greeted Eunhae. "Please welcome our newest student," he said to the class. She and her family just arrived from Korea last week." Eunhae smiled boredly and tried not to show her nervousness. What is your name?" someone said. Eunhae pictured the kids on the bus. I haven't picked one yet," she told the class, "but I'll let you know by next week." As Mr. Cocotus showed her to her desk, she felt many brown, curious eyes on her. Why doesn't she have a name? She heard someone whisper. Maybe she robbed a bank in Korea and she needs a new identity, a boy replied. On the bus home, nobody teased her, but Eunhae kept thinking about her name. How was school, Eunhae? Her mother asked when she walked in. Did you understand the teacher? Eunhae simply nodded. She unpacked her school bag and set the red pouch by a photograph of her grandma. I'm glad you're learning English well, her mother said. You must study hard, behave nicely, and good grades to show that you're a good Korean. I will, replied Eunhae. But I think I would like my own American name, she said quickly. Her mother looked at her with a surprise. Why? Eunhae is a beautiful name. Your grandma and I went to a name master for it. But it's so hard to pronounce. Eunhae complained. I don't want to be different from all the other American kids. You are different, Eunhae, her mother said. That's a good thing. Eunhae just wrinkled up her nose. Later that day, Eunhae and her mother went grocery shopping in their new neighborhood. They passed Battle's Falafel, Tony's Pizza, and Dot's Deli. A big graffiti painting painted garbage truck roared like a lion as it took off down the street. Nothing sounded or looked familiar until they got to Kim's Market. The sign was in both English and Korean. Her mother picked up cabbage to make kimchi.
Kimchi?
Yeah, kimchi. Korean style spicy pickled cabbage. And other vegetables and meat. She also found some seaweed, Eunhae's favorite for soup. It made Eunhae smile. Do you like soup with seaweed in it? Just because we're moved to America, her mother said, doesn't mean we stop eating Korean food. At the checkout counter, a friendly man smiled at Eunhae. Helping your mother with the shopping, he asked. Eunhae nodded. I'm Mr. Kim, he said. And what's your name? Eunhae, she answered. What a beautiful name, he said. Doesn't it mean grace? Eunhae nodded again. My mother and grandmother went to a name master for it, she told him. A graceful name for a graceful girl, Mr. Kim said as he put their groceries into bags. Welcome to the neighborhood, Eunhae. That evening, Eunhae stood in front of the bathroom mirror. Hi, my name is Amanda, she said cheerfully. Then she wrinkled up her nose. Hi, my name is Laura. Maybe not. Her smile turned down. Nothing sounds right. Nothing felt right. I don't think American kids will like me, she worried as she began to brush her teeth. Hi, my name, I do shizzy, she said to the mirror with her mouth full of toothpaste. The next morning, when Eunhae arrived at school, she found a glass jar on her desk with some pieces of paper in it. Eunhae took one out, read it aloud. Read it aloud.
Read aloud?
Yeah, it said it aloud. Daisy, that's my baby sister nickname. But she said, you can use it if you want. Said
Said
Sydney. Who sat next to her? Eunhae took out the rest of the paper. Tamila, she read, I got it from a storybook, said Nate. She was smart and brave. Eunhae nodded and unfolded another piece. Wednesday. Yeah, you came here on Wednesday, said Ralph. Thank you for your help. A smile spread over Eunhae's face. Ralph quickly said, well, put more names in. You can pick whatever you like, or pick them all, and you'll have the longest name in history. history. At 3 o'clock, the bell rang for the end of school day. Eunhae looked out the window and saw it was sprinkling. It's the same rain, she thought, but in different places. She watched other kids leaving in groups. Hey, a familiar voice called out to her. Eunhae turned around to see the curly-haired boy again.
I'm Joey.
He said, and you? Don't you have any name? Eunhae thought for a moment. Well, I can show you, she said, and took out the small red pouch. She pressed the wooden block on the ink pad and then stamped it on a piece of paper.
This is my name stamp. My name stamp, she said. My grandma gave it to me in Korea. I can use it as a signature when I open a bank account or write a letter. And whenever I miss my grandma, I can use it to fill a piece of paper. Want to try it? She offered the stamp to Joey and carefully inked the stamp and pressed it hard on the paper. The red characters gleamed against the whiteness. Wow, that's beautiful, Joey said. Can I keep the paper? Sure, Eunhae said. And then the two of them shared her umbrella as they walked to the school bus. Every day the jar got fuller with more names, and Eunhae read them all. She found a few names she liked. Miranda, Stella, Avery. They sounded interesting. I hope you choose the name I put in, Marco told her at snack time. I put in 3 more, said Ralph. Madison, Park, and Lex. They're my favorite street names. Maybe you should use them. Close your eyes and draw a name, Rosie suggested. Ralph frowned. That's silly. What if she doesn't like the name she draws? Well, we didn't get to choose our names when we were born, did we? Rosie agreed. Everyone thought about this. When Eunhae got home from school, the day her little brother ran to give her a letter. It was from her grandma. She opened it quickly and said, To my Eunhae, I hope you are enjoying your new school and friends. Be sure to help your mother and your little brother. Here the moon is up, but there the sun is up. No matter how far apart and no matter how different America is from Korea, you'll always be my Eunhae, your grandma forever. Eunhae took out her wooden stamp and filled a piece of paper with it. She thought for a long time in front of the bathroom mirror. On Saturday, Eunhae walked into Mr. Kim's store. Mr. Kim was helping a customer, but he looked up and greeted her. Hi, Eunhae. Hello, Mr. Kim. Eunhae replied. She felt as if she was back in her old neighborhood in Korea. Hey, said the customer, turning around. It was Joey. Your name is Eunhae? He asked. Her with her eyes open wide. Eunhae quickly looked at Miss Kim and turned to Joey. She nodded slowly. Yes, it is pronounced Eunhae, and it means grace. Mr. Gray added Eunhae's Joey. Mr. Kim added Unhei. Joey said it slowly, in time, and this time, perfectly. It made Unhei smile. I'll have it ready for you tomorrow, said Mr. Kim to Joey. Thank you. Mr. Kim said, see you on Monday, Unhei. Joey said to her. He left before she could ask him why was he at the store. On Monday, Unhei came to class early to look at the names one last time before the jar wasn't on her desk. Instead, there was a single piece of paper with the name on it. Unhei slipped it in her pocket. Where's your name jar? Ralph asked as soon as he saw it was gone. I don't know, Unhei said. It was on Mr. Kokoto's desk or any other desk, and it wasn't on the counters or any shelves. As all the other kids arrived, they helped look. Soon, Mr. Kokotos came and Ralph shouted at him. The name jar is gone? The jar with all the names in it gone? Mr. Kokotos replied with a look of concern. He asked Unhei, did you get the chance to read all the names? Unhei nodded. She took a breath. I'm ready to introduce myself, she said. Unhei wrote her name in both English and in Korean on the chalkboard. I like beautiful names and funny names too. You thought of me. I like funny names and funny names you thought for me. She told the class, but I realized I like my name the best, so I choose it again. Korean names mean something. Unhei means grace. Grace, grace, Unhei shouted. Ralph. Everyone tried to say, Unhai, Unhei, Unhei. Unhei said her name again, slowly and clearly. Soon as the kids began to say it better, even Mr. Kokotos applauded. Unhei's choice. I was named after a flower, Rosie whispered to Unhei. Lots of American names have meanings too. Mr. Kokotos reminded everyone when the class was dismissed. Unhei heard her new friend say, goodbye. Bye, Unhei. See you tomorrow. Goodbye, Unhei. Unhei said goodbye and then looked around for Joey, but he was already gone. Unhei, come downstairs, Mother called up to Unhei. Your friend is here. Unhei rushed down to see who she meant. There stood Joey, and in his arms was the name jar. Where did you find it? Asked Unhei breathlessly. Joey looked embarrassed. Well, I took it. But only because I wanted you to keep your own name. And I did. And you did. He reached and pulled out the names. Do you want to keep them? He asked. Thank you. I'll keep them as a souvenir, Unhei said happily. When she pulled out a piece of paper from her pocket, do you want this back, Joey grinned. You can keep it. I'll return the name jar to the class. Maybe you could put some Korean nicknames in it for us. Names with good meanings. I could do that, agreed Unhei. I've already got my Korean nickname, said Joey. Mr. Kim helped me choose it. Carefully, he pulled a small silver felt pouch from his pocket. Then he took a dark wooden stamp with beautiful Korean characters carved sharply into it. He pressed it on an ink pad, then on a piece of paper next to her name. Chinku, read Unhei. That means friend. And Chinku smiled back. And that is the end of this book. So the book was called The Name Jar.
Thank you so much. You can buy this book if you'd like. There's a link in our Instagram bio link to Cultured Books has made us like a curated little spot on their online bookstore. So there's this book and I think 3 or 4 other ones that they recommended for this theme, and they're going to be doing that every month. So if you want to kind of like join the Creative Mornings Cultured Books book club for you or your kids, I highly recommend it. I think it's a great idea. So thank you so much for being with us today. We will be back next month. I'm not sure with what, but the theme is procrastinate, so I'm not even worried about it. But you know, we'll be here. We'll let you know. Definitely follow us on social media. Make sure you're signed up for our newsletters, and we'll let you know. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Friday. Thank you so much for spending your morning with us. Thank you to everybody who co-created this event with us. We love you all. We appreciate you. Have a great weekend. We love you. Bye. Bye. Okay, bye.